Trail talk time. Out on another beauty of a trail. Just breathing in that fresh chi. Sending everyone limitless love. And today I want to say, don't overthink shit. D.O.T.S, shout out Kenny Beats. That's his whole thing, is don't overthink shit, right? He has this series on YouTube called The Cave. If you're an artist or you just love stuff like that, check it out. He's just cooking up a beat on the spot, 10-20 minutes, and then the artist just comes up with something or freestyles in the booth, and just a real quick collaboration. And I was just a part of something called Beat Cave. Shout out Beat Cave. Amazing time, all these artists and producers just getting into different studios, and you basically have 2 hours each slot, each block of time. So you choose whatever type of production that you want, you feel the vibe of the room, and then you just sort of go with the flow, and whatever comes out of it, these songs are being made within 2 hours. So sometimes it would just be one done, sometimes you get like 2 or 3 done if you're quick. And it's beautiful because you don't have time to overthink shit. We're all trying to make the best of the situation and capitalize on our time, right? And really make the best stuff we can and put our best foot forward. So you just automatically start to let it all fly, whether you're the producer and you're just cooking up with sounds or ideas, and the songwriters getting together, well, where's the direction of this going, and where's a good place we could take it for the hook so we can get something structured. And it all came together so fast. And man, it's not like, you know, sometimes you don't want to rush things too much and be sloppy, but at the same time, if you have that sense of freedom to be like, look, we got to do it now, we can't just wait till later, you know, you just open up wide all of the gates and let it all flood in and flood through you. And that's a beautiful way to look at life sometimes, right? Like I said, not rushing things. That's a big snake. Not rushing things and doing it sloppy, but, you know, finding that pocket, getting in the zone, and letting go of that overthinking and that worry about what's gonna happen, and just letting it flow, letting it be. You know, it's a beautiful thing to trust. You know, that's where the word confidence comes from, confidere, which means to trust. We can just trust ourselves that whatever's gonna come out is gonna be perfect, then it doesn't matter what's gonna happen. There's no mistakes, right? There's no mistakes, and we don't worry so much because, you know, overthinking can cause you to just be paralyzed, right? Paralysis by analysis. Sometimes we want a lot of things in our life, but we're overthinking about it too much. We don't actually just get to doing it. And with fear, you gotta look at it dead in the eye. You know, that snake reminded me, I had a deep dream one time with so many deep messages you could take from it. But I'm walking along this path, you know, this path of life. And on the path, I see this giant, I'm talking about the biggest anaconda type snake you've ever seen, like pure black. And, you know, it's representing a lot of things, whether it's fear and death and everything in between. And maybe I felt fear for a moment, but I simply looked at this snake dead in the eye with absolutely no fear. All it did was go and slither away calmly as I continued on my path. You see, when we have that courage to say, I'm not gonna back down, even if I feel this fear and I see it, I'm not afraid. I'm gonna continue on my path regardless of what's arising. It's a wonderful feeling to be so free and confident. And it's amazing, everybody was at a sort of different level in their development at the camp, right? Some people are more used to that type of environment maybe they've been doing it longer, or they're just more, extroverted, or they've had a bit more practice at these things, getting together with all these new artists and trying to be so on the spot. Some people were veterans, some people, it was their first time doing anything like that, and when we were all introducing each other, we heard a few people say, I'm getting out of my comfort zone here. And that's the key too, right? Don't overthink shit. Don't get lost all up in that cyclical, cycle of thinking. That's just psycho, right? Step outside that comfort zone and say, fuck it. I'm not gonna let fear stop me. I'm gonna be confident and live the life that I wanna live. Whatever it is you wanna do in life, stop thinking about it and just do it. Just jump in to the water. That's how you teach kids to swim, right? You just have to toss them in the water. They'll realize they gotta get up there and they're gonna find a way. And don't be reckless. But this is an amazing way to really jump in there. Jump in there and really go for it. So that's all I want to share for today. Have an amazing day and have the courage to live the life you want to live. You deserve an amazing life. It's amazing to think about the things that we want, send out those signals to the universe, but ultimately we may need to take some action in order to get things done. And that's what it's gonna take. It's gonna take the confidence to say, I trust what I'm doing. I trust that I have a guidance system. I trust my intuition, and I don't need to overthink anything anymore. I can move forward in each step and just be present, and I'll be shown the way. I love the image of an invisible staircase, and every step that you take is actually what creates the next step. Once you take that first step, you actually see the next step appear. And as you continue to walk this way, you'll be guided step by step. So trust in that guidance. Have an amazing day. Peace and limitless love.